calculate, the next step is to act. Hello to all AWFT24 attendees. I would have loved to be with you today, but I can't, sadly. But I really wanted to talk to you and to explain and support this great event as we do since many years. What we see is that the legal and economic framework is strengthening progressively, more and more, and we see that it will be quite often and soon mandatory to do it. The tour operators and travel agencies will need to provide their carbon footprint assessments for their government, for their own shareholders. Many people will need that, and it will be more and more mandatory for them to do that. As a technology provider, what we provide is a carbon calculator. So we'll provide to our customers a capability to measure in the past the carbon footprints of their sales, so the trips and the stays that they have sold, and to compare it with a potential future and a trajectory. When you calculate, the next step is to act. We see that calculating is not enough, and only providing to your end client the carbon footprint of the trips that they are booking is not enough. We see that to have an impact, to be efficient, you need to provide it to the travel agency, to the tour operator before they build the offer. And that's really what we want to do, to provide them insights of how to steer their destination mix, the choice of supplier that they will do to commit on a trajectory to reduce that carbon footprint, knowing that they are a company, that they have to be profitable, and that this strategy, this steering will have an impact on their business and on their profitability. For instance, what you can do. You will have two destinations that are really close together, maybe that provide quite the same type of experience. You may have to do a choice or to push one destination that has a better destination mix than another. So that is really important, that you may want to do it, but how to do it, how to measure what strengths to put on this steering. So that's exactly what we'll provide. So insights on a carbon footprint dashboard, you will see all the destination mix, all the destination's impacts, all the impacts also of the flights, and you may be able to select one or another supplier, one or another destination to push to have more sales on a better and more sustainable destination or sustainable supplier. The fact is that in ESG, we are speaking about the E, the environmental one, and the carbon footprint or equivalent of carbon footprint. But most of the time, the goal is not to forget the S, the social one. So we are in the tourism industry. So what we are providing to our client, our customers, is cultural also and social impact that has a social impact, of course, on our customers that will discover new destinations, new geographies, but of course, and a very strong impact at destination. Doing these changes in strategy may have a very strong impact and on social, locally. So what we want to do also is to add to this carbon calculator not only carbon but also social insights, to make sure that when you choose something, you have also in mind what is the social impact that you will have, maybe your decision will have on the destination, on the supplier. And that's something that is really important, because the goal of what we do, of course, is to make sure that most of the value of the trips are at destination, are providing value locally, close to the accommodation, close to the services that you will use during your trips and stays.